So today I'm joined by Luis Figueiredo, who's currently over in Portugal. Luis, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jamie. It's a pleasure to be here. I hope that you like this little conversation.
Absolutely, and your career is incredibly interesting. And we always start here with like your early days growing up in Portugal, playing football with family, friends. So what was that like?
When I'm a young guy, I play football. I'm a goalkeeper. But soon I understand that I will not be a professional football player. And the years 2000, 2001, 2002, I have a big influence that was Jose Mourinho that start coaching in Benfica. And then that was the first coach that we have in Portugal, or one of the first that come from university. So 2004, when I go to university, before I go to the university, I try to imagine me doing 10 years late a job. So I imagined a lot of things, and I cannot imagine nothing, only being a football coach. And Jose Mourinho have a lot of influence because he have a lot of success, Champions League, Europa League with the Football Club do Porto. So I start church about what university I can go to follow this dream. And I decided to go to university because I think that is very important for a football coach. Try to understand more that football, biomechanic, anatomy, a lot of psychology, a lot of things that we have in football. And I think that being in the university, studying like a teacher, understand the didactics, how I can teach the players, was very good for me. And this is what I did. I went to the university, to Villarreal. I take a degree in sports education, specializing in football. And this is how I start coaching in 2005 with young kids.
And obviously, I always think that to start off with the young kids is a great way for a new coach because it's bringing them in as much as it's bringing the young kids into the game. So what was that like? Do you remember like your first few training sessions and getting to grips with the job?
Yes, was amazing because I don't know. We think that, okay, I'm in university, I will learn how I will teach, but it's not like that. So we go to the field, and now what I do now, how I will teach, and a lot of things are coming. The kids, for example, I remember that in 2005 I start with under 10 team, and is a C team. So in Portugal, I don't know if in England is the same, but in Portugal at that time, for example, the best players go to the A team.
Yes,
the second players go to the B team, and then don't have that players don't have so much quality, go for the C team.
Yeah, we have that here. We have that here.
So my first team was a C team, not many quality players, and I losing the games all the time, 10-0, 15-0. The kids go out crying. So every days I try to found skills for the players don't give up and don't go out, and because many times they crying, they go out crying, they don't want to go for the next training. So it was a very challenge for me. Don't lose any player that season. So I think that every coach, when you want to start coaching, you need to start with the young kids because you will learn a lot of things that will help you in your career.
And I suppose, though, going straight into the deep end with a C team would have been even harder for you. And so then the following season with them, did you start to develop on what you wanted to?
So it was very nice because I training that team 2 years. Then I go to Italy, do Erasmus, Roma, and I work in Lazio under 14 team. And when I come back again to Portugal, I coach the same team under 12 that time. So it was very good because they develop a lot. um, for example, I follow many players that time, and one thing that I have proud is that two of that players in this moment they are football coach professionally. So they
Oh
this
wow.
is something that I can feel that I help them a little with this passion of the coaching.
So you obviously went away to Italy, as you mentioned, which would have been a great experience. What was that like to go to Roma and Lazio?
Was very amazing. It's like I told you, when I went to the university, I start program all my steps. So I go to university, I start training in the first year. So I'm a young coach, and that time 2004 2005 is not many common young coaches training. So when I have this opportunity to go to Erasmus, me and more two friends, we looked at for a big opportunity to learn. So what the country that we can learn a lot? So Italy. Italy was the best choice that we had. So we go to Roma. We have a big opportunity to study with big teachers, great teachers. I have one teacher that was Walter Di Salvo, that he worked at that time in Man United with Carlos Queiroz, Alex Ferguson. He is the physical coach. So every Monday he fly to from England, from Manchester to Roma. He give a classes, and then after he fly again to Manchester to work in Man United. So was big experience for me. And then me and these two friends, Fabiano and João, we have opportunity to work in Lazio, big club, so big reality, total different that we get in Villarreal, that is small club. So here we learn a lot, and every time free time that we get, we enjoy the club. We learn a goalkeeper. They had a goalkeeper school, big coach from goalkeeper coach, and we learn from them how the goalkeepers work. And this after that helped me a lot to be a better head coach. Because, for example, when you work with goalkeepers, you need to pay attention in details, how the goalkeepers have the feeds, if they have this position or if at this position. So you are training your eye for small things. And then when you go to the head coach position, you need to look for all the picture. Is very good for you, because you know how the player is running. Is he if he good, if he put good the foot or not, if he is very good. So this is something that I recommend. So start coaching with the young kids, and if you can, pass for the many positions. So if you have opportunity, you get a goalkeeper to be a goalkeeper coach, do this job, because we'll learn more. If you have opportunity to work technical coordinator, is good. Scout is good, because you are learning for different skills from different positions. And if you want to be a head coach, you have a big vision for all.
So when you returned back to Portugal, you went back to that team that you first managed. What came after that? Because I know it was a really interesting time for you after.
After that, I finished my degree in 2009, and then we go for the job world, and it's very difficult. So was a big challenge here. Many times when I go put my CV, everybody say me, you are very young, you don't have experience. So it's very difficult for me. So what I think, okay, I need to this I need to win experience, I need to work. And this time, 2009, I remember that goalkeeper coach that I had in Lazio. And that time he told me, Luis, you want to open a goalkeeper school in Portugal? We can work together and we can do some jobs together. And at that time, 2006, 7, when I went to Italy, I'm a young guy. I'm studying. I don't have time to this. But when I finish, like, pling, oh, that time, that guy told me that. So probably I will contact him if you remember me, and probably I can work a little time here in Portugal with goalkeepers and do some jobs in Italy. And then I write an email, and he remembered me. Oh, Luis, how are you? And we work together. I went to Italy 3 years, give formation to goalkeepers, and I do some works here in Portugal, and so was very, very nice.
And obviously, once you came back to Portugal, once you set the school up, what happened after that? Because your career just seems to get more interesting with moves to Finland coming in like 2020. But there's a big gap in between to fill.
Yes, after that, I have the first opportunity to be professional. 2012, 2011, I go take a master degree, and after that, I have a teacher in that my university that he was head coach in one team, so he need one assistant coach, and I worked with him, and was the first time that I went to professional level. After that, I have a lot of we did a big championship. We fight to promotion, and that time we work in the Liga 3 in Portugal. We fight to promote to Liga 2, and after that I have a lot of small clubs technical coordinator opportunity. Then I went to the south of Portugal, and I be head coach under 19 and assistant coach and first team and Algarve team. After that, I teach coach educator in Portuguese UFAC course. And 2019, 2020, before that, Benfica contacted me to work with them. And this was before COVID. And that time, I went many times to Lisbon, have a formation in with Benfica, know the methodology of training, everything, and then come COVID time. The projects that Benfica had for me stopped it because it was for international projects. Benfica have a lot of international projects around the world, and I stay without nothing. I don't have club, I don't have project. So one more time, I resolve, okay, I can open a football school here near my home, and I open a Benfica football school with a partnership with a club here, small club. They contact me, and I tell them, look, if you want to grow, you need to put a big name, and you need to bring a nickname for your club. So we bring that Benfica football school to the club. I organize everything, technical coordinator, program all the trainings for all the teams. But was COVID time, was not easy time. The club have a lot of difficulties for money. Then 2021, in December, 2020, December, I applied to a position in a Finland club. And I have a lot of meetings with them, and amazing because they're looking for a UEFA A coach, and we are 35 head coaches that apply, and they select the guy that have UEFA B. in that moment. So because of my past, because they want someone to develop players, young players, and I have this background. So 2021 January, I go to Finland, and it was amazing experience.
I interviewed Jose Ferreira, who I believe that you know, in because he was. Wait, did you play? Were you coaching in Finland? He was playing at that time.
2022. No, Jose coming 2022, the next year.
Okay, okay. So could you talk to us about the whole season that you had there? Because I believe you got promoted and you finished as champions.
Yes, the first season was very difficult because uh, I go for a foreign country, total different from Portugal. The weather when I arrive Finland is less 35 degrees. Is amazing. It's crazy. A lot of snow, dark in the first days. So it's very difficult. The personality of the Finnish guys are total different. They are not so open. So was a big challenge. Try to change these behaviors. So, for example, they have a lot of this physical training. They training a lot of physical. And when I arrive, my training, my methodology is all the time with the ball. So science, the first second until the last second is all the time with the ball. So they are what? How is I need this exercise and try to explain them. No, this is the best way. You will learn better the game. You will feel good. So it was amazing what we did that season because the team was very young. We had players 17, 18 years playing the first team, and nobody believed in our work. And we get the promotion was amazing. When we get the promotion was amazing feeling. And then the second year, 2022, we play Kakkonen, that is Liga 3 in Finland that time. And we get when Jose Ferreira come to Kajaniaka, I get him in Wales.
That is a very, very nice story to hear. But I'm quite curious to hear about like the ball possession thing because in England and in Ireland, I spoke to a player who went to Ireland for pre-season, and it was like the most like British thing you ever could have done, and it was just run, no ball for like 3 weeks of pre-season. And I always think, I mean, I don't play anywhere near your levels, but I'm saying like just even playing football, I hate the idea of running without the ball. So I think you're sort of like one of a kind in that sense, where you need a ball to be able to build on with the running and things like that.
Is important because look, you will play football, okay? So you need to work this since beginning. Since your pre-season is very important, you work with the ball all the time. So, for example, in my ideas, my game model, we put all the time the ball, and we program the work to progress like the ideas have a connection. So we evaluate the team, and then we start building from the beginning of the thing. So I need to pass my ideas, my language. So all the players need to understand how I look the game. Because, for example, if I speak to the players something, and if I say for them, imagine some scenario, we need to imagine the same thing. So they need to understand what I'm saying. So this is very important. For example, in the first things that I do when I go to the clubs, I explain my ideas to the players. I have individual meetings with all the players. I try to understand how is the ideas from the players, what they did in the past, what was the statistics that they had in the past. Now, then we build the new things for the new season. Then I try to understand what the players want to do in the future, and then we try to. So I need to know the player, and after that, We start building since the beginning, all the time with the ball, and then the progression is very good. I think that something that team in Finland, Kajaniaka, did well was the happiness that they had in the field. So they understand the game, how they played, all the time with the smiling is very, very nice.
And obviously, what you're doing now is still coaching, still in the game. But you always send me like loads of in-depth research from what you do about your pre-season and everything like that. And I'm always quite keen to know about what people do during their training sessions and pre-season. And you gave me like it was a week worth of what you do in terms of Sunday you'd have a rest day and Tuesday you do this. Could you just guide us through like what a week as a professional coach would try to do in a week with a footballer?
When these moments I try to put outside from ideas from my experience. This is my experience. Everything that I tell for the people, I have practice experience in this. So, for example, for the pre-season, the professional team is very important. For example, for me, gym work is very important. For you, do a prevention for injuries, for example, is very important. And then you need to put your ideas like offensive organization, defensive transition. So these two moments all the time need to be in connection. Okay, for example, if I do exercise for offensive organization, in this exercise, I need to do the behavior that the player, he need to have defensive transition. Because all the moments are in connection. For example, offensive organization, defensive transition, defensive organization, offensive transition. So all the time, these 4 moments are all the time in connection. But, for example, if I work, if my team in pre-season, I will pass all my ideas for the players. Because in the season, I will work with strategy. So in the pre-season, my players understand the game, understand all the possibilities that they can choose, because depending the opponent team, what the opponent behaviors, what they will do. So my players need to understand and react what this team will do. Okay. In the season, I will do the opposite. So I will work with the strategy. I know how this team will play, and I will training my team for have more probability to win the game. But for that, they need to understand. For example, what I do in pre-season. Imagine that I will work my teams with, for example, defensive organization, high press, high block, mid block, and low block. Okay, this is defensive organization. Then I have offensive transition. For example, if I have low block, my offensive transition need to be in depth. For example, for the striker. So if I work this, my friendly match, I need to play against strong team. Okay, I will know that I will lose the game, but my players need to put what we training during the week, the behaviors, how you will how will be your behavior against one strong team, or play against one team that in some moments of the game they will better than you. So you need to understand how will be your behavior in that moment, because one game we will not do the same all the game. So depending a lot of things, depending the results, depending if we play home or away, depending the minutes of the game, if you are playing, for example, if you are winning or losing in the 18 minutes, for example, the behaviors will be different. So this is how I teach the game for the players, for they understand and they can look for the opponent team. They recognize what they are doing, and what I can do for I have more probability to win the game.
So what are you doing now then? Because obviously 2025, it's the summer. There's all sorts of clubs knocking about for managers, coaches, whatever it might be. So what are you doing currently now?
In this moment, for example, after Finland, I went to 1 year to India. Was a big experience. Was amazing. The country is beautiful. The people is amazing people. You feel the happiness in the festivals, everything that you go, you feel you feel very good. And after that, I need to think a little because family reasons. So 3 years outside from Portugal without my family, without my son. So I resolved try to find something in Portugal. So the last year I stay in Portugal. I work. I'm a teacher in the sports course, and I work in the regional club here in Portugal. And now I'm open again. After 1 year, I'm open again to new projects outside Portugal, if was the case. But let's see. Now I'm a analyst in television, Portuguese television, Abola TV. I do some analysis. So I'm coach educator for the WFAC course. So I'm doing this in this moment.
So in terms of like you going into this regional club in Portugal, is that just like a semi-pro thing where you can just keep your line, keep going and keep going on with football?
Yes, I try to, when I come here, and I select this regional club in Portugal because it was very near from my home. It's 10 minutes by car, so it's very near. I try to be and pass the message that we can be professional being amateur. So it's possible. For example, what we built, we had a department, analyst department. We had 4 analysts doing analysis for the opponent's team, analyzing players. We work all the time, try to show the opponent's teams the videos, the analysis to the team, our games. We show our games to our players. So we try to build this, and it's possible because depending how effort you put in your things, because you can be amateur but you can work like a professional. And if you work like a professional in these amateur teams, when you arrive a professional level, everything is more easy.
Well, Luis, I wish you all the best in your future moves and everything in between. Thank you very much for elaborating on your journey, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, Jamie. I want to say thank you for your invitation. It was a pleasure to be here. I want to say you congratulations for your work. It's amazing what you do. I hope that you do this a lot of years because you are a great guy and a great journalist. And I wish you the best for your life.
Thank you very much. All the best.